Imagine holding a passport that once opened doors to nearly every corner of the globe. Now, envision that same passport losing its power, slipping from the top ranks for the first time in decades. This isn't a hypothetical scenario, it's the reality the United States faces today. For the first time in over 2 decades, the United States has seen its passport fall out of the top 10 most powerful passports globally, now ranking 12th according to the 2025 Henley Passport Index. This represents a significant shift in the historical perception of American global mobility. Once considered the ultimate symbol of freedom and opportunity, the U.S. passport enabled its holders to travel visa-free to an extensive list of countries, facilitating business, tourism, and diplomatic engagement with ease. The decline underscores changing international dynamics and reflects how global mobility is increasingly influenced by political decisions, reciprocal agreements, and evolving international relations. It signals that even long-standing privileges can shift when the global landscape changes, impacting the daily lives and opportunities of citizens. In recent years, changes in U.S. domestic and foreign policies have significantly affected the strength of its passport. Stricter immigration regulations, including enhanced scrutiny for visa applications, travel bans, and limits on visa reciprocity with certain countries, have made international travel more complicated for Americans. These policy shifts not only restrict the ease of entry to various nations, but also influence how other countries perceive the United States, prompting them to adjust their own visa requirements in response. Travel restrictions imposed during periods of political tension or public health concerns have further limited Americans' global mobility. Collectively, these policy changes have contributed to a noticeable decline in the passport's power, demonstrating how domestic decisions can have far-reaching consequences in the global arena. In recent years, global mobility trends have shifted, reshaping which passports are considered the most powerful. Countries in Asia, such as Singapore, Japan, and South Korea, have climbed the rankings due to proactive diplomacy, strong international partnerships, and reciprocal visa agreements. These nations have invested in cultivating relationships that prioritize ease of travel for their citizens, reflecting a broader shift in global influence and soft power. Meanwhile, traditional leaders in passport strength, including the United States, have seen relative declines as other countries enhance access and streamline travel arrangements. This trend highlights that passport power is not solely determined by economic or military strength, but by strategic international engagement, diplomacy, and reciprocal policies that facilitate seamless global movement for citizens. Reciprocity in visa agreements plays a crucial role in determining the strength of a passport, as it directly affects how freely citizens can travel abroad. When countries impose visa restrictions or revoke visa-free access in response to U.S. policies, it diminishes the overall mobility of American travelers. Recent actions by nations such as Brazil, China, and Vietnam illustrate this dynamic, as they adjusted entry requirements for U.S. passport holders, reflecting a broader principle that travel privileges are often mutual. Maintaining strong, reciprocal agreements is essential not only for ease of tourism and business travel, but also for sustaining diplomatic goodwill. Without these reciprocal arrangements, even historically powerful passports can experience significant declines in global influence and utility. The decline in the U.S. Passport's global ranking carries tangible implications for American citizens, affecting both personal and professional opportunities abroad. With fewer countries offering visa, free or simplified entry, travelers face increased paperwork, higher costs, and longer wait times for international travel. This can impact business operations, study abroad programs, and tourism plans, making global mobility less convenient and predictable. In response, many Americans are exploring dual citizenship or alternative travel documents to maintain access and flexibility in an increasingly interconnected world. Beyond logistics, the shift also carries a psychological impact as a once symbolic representation of freedom and influence now signals limitations, prompting citizens to rethink strategies for travel, investment, and international engagement. This development serves as a stark reminder that power, whether in the form of a passport or a nation's influence, is not static. It requires continuous effort, adaptability, and respect for global reciprocity. The question now is, how will the United States respond to reclaim its position on the world stage?